Boris Johnson's approval rating drops more than 20 points in 4 days amidst Dominic Cummings saga.
Here's a summary of the article.
Boris Johnson's approval rating has dropped to -1% after he refused to sack Dominic Cummings for driving to Durham during lockdown. According to Savanta, a coronavirus data tracker which looks at how the UK population is responding to the pandemic, the Prime Minister's rating was previously +19% just 4 days ago. Johnson's approval rating is now also the lowest of all the individuals examined, with Health Secretary Matt Hancock's the second lowest at 4%. Mr. Cummings' rating has not been tracked. Labour leader Keir Starmer's approval rating also lifted to 12% on Monday, while Chancellor Rishi Sunak dropped from 35% 4 days ago to 20%. He also actively defended Mr. Cummings' actions, stating that the advisor had been motivated by trying to protect his son. The dramatic changes follow several days of intense scrutiny for the government after it emerged that Mr. Cummings had broken lockdown restrictions by travelling more than 250 miles from his home in March. Mr. Cummings denied going back to Durham after that date. As well as measuring public approval, the Savanta tracker also revealed that worry about the pandemic is now at the lowest since it began.
This post received a score of 27,000, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Can I get a Brit to give me the Cliff Notes of WTF is going on here?
Unelected advisor to the Prime Minister, who had a hand in drafting our lockdown rules, broke said rules by driving 260 miles to a second home, parents' farm with his wife and child whilst his wife had suspected COVID-19. His aim, he said, was to have childcare available in case both he and his wife were incapacitated by COVID-19. After his 2-week isolation period, still in the middle of our strict lockdown, he took a 1-hour round trip with his wife and child under the guise of testing his eyesight was okay to drive back to London. It happened to be his wife's birthday on that day too.
It is worth noting that the key thing that has fueled the outrage, apart from the threat to public health, is that thousands upon thousands of people have followed the rules that Cummings helped draft and as a result have missed their children's births, have been unable to say goodbye to loved ones on their deathbed or at a subsequent funeral, have parented their children whilst fighting COVID, etc. When asked if he thinks he owes those people an apology, Cummings effectively said that he didn't and he just understood the rules better than them.
Wow, what a jackoff. I mean, it's like he went out of his way to double down on being an asshole.
The whole thing is made worse by the PM giving him a pass, and basically saying that he'll receive no punishment, won't be forced to apologize, and it'll all be swept away. Which is directly contradictory to the PM's previous thoughts on these matters. It's a set of double standards that are making people question why he was allowed to break the rules after everyone else has been trying to follow them. Hell, the Tories have forced a minister to apologise for drinking a canned mojito on a train during the day once, and they don't even have the balls to say he shouldn't have done that about Cummings.
Thank you for linking it back to Boris Johnson. I was wondering why an unelected advisor's stupid actions would hurt Boris Johnson's approval ratings so much. If he's getting a pass from Boris Johnson, the approval rating drop makes a lot more sense. Edit. Thanks everyone. That Dominic Cummings isn't just some random jackoff advisor but rather plays a very significant role in UK politics.
Greater than thank you for linking it back to Boris Johnson. I was wondering why an unelected advisor's stupid actions would hurt Boris Johnson's approval ratings so much. He's very much Johnson's Rasputin figure. Johnson has a bit of a problem going forward though, because Cummings has a habit of knowing where the pulse of the country is and converting that into electoral success. Naturally he's gaining more and more influence and is already something of a control freak. As recently as February he wanted a lot more control over the team of advisors working at the Treasury. We had an unelected, and unaccountable special policy advisor removing a chancellor in effect.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.